Shoulder roll. Welcome back, ladies, gentlemen, and MBs, and thank you for tuning back into St. Andrew TV, a cure for your Monday blues. I'm your host, Andrew, and today we are doing another installment of fancy gun spinning tricks. This one is called the shoulder roll, and it has been widely requested across numerous comments in my other installments of fancy gun spinning tricks, and a lot of people would like to see it. The shoulder roll is where you take your pistol and you actually flip it behind your back, coming over your shoulder, hence the roll, and catching it out in front of you. This one that I have previously accomplished off camera to train for this very moment is the most difficult gun spinning trick that I have done to date. So please, after this introduction, stick with me and we will learn it together. So as with all fancy gun spinning tricks, the first thing we're going to do is pull our 6 gun, place it in half cock, and check if it is unloaded, which mine is. It's always done off camera, but I always like to make it a good habit to form when I show you on camera. Never do these with loaded firearms. So with that being said, we are only going to do one angle today because this one is daunting. So I'm going to position myself in a 45-degree angle, saying this is 90 and you're 0, or vice versa, to give me ample room to snap that revolver up over my shoulder. You're going to get the full range of motion, and you're also going to see the gun come over top and out in front of me. So we're actually killing 2 birds with 1 stone with this camera position, and I don't a nice set here. So with that being said, you're going to take your revolver that is unloaded, and you're going to place it out in front of you. Do not place your finger in the trigger guard at all because it will stop the throw when you get to about here. Now, I am not entirely positive how many of you all watching have played baseball or football in some regard, but you're always taught when you throw something to snap your wrist. That's where you get all your power from. You are not going to get power when you start bringing that revolver back and with a straight arm. You're just not. You're going to throw it against that back wall over yonder, and then you're going to have to go get some new drywall. So what you're going to do is when you have it here and bring it back, you are going to snap your wrist. Get to about the 45-degree angle mark, about right here, and snap it over top. And that is going to make it rotate, if not 360 degrees, 720 degrees, 2 complete spins of the barrel, over, back out, and that's where you pick it out of the air by its grip. Now, this is not for the faint of heart. You cannot see it below me, but I have pillows everywhere, and I've even overcompensated where the pillows are because of the trajectory of the revolver. Today is going to be more of a show and tell instead of, learning along with, but if you do muster up some of the guts to throw this big hunk of steel through the air and it's on your blind side for a brief moment, by all means, but just forewarning, that ground is hard and so is this, and when an immovable object meets an unstoppable force, bad things tend to happen. So we're gonna start out very slow, try to work our way up into something a little bit more full speed. I don't know how full speed we get. This is also very new to me. I've been working on it for a couple weeks now. It's still not perfect. I think I said something in the comment section that we're at a 10% success rate, which by my standards is pretty good considering we're throwing a revolver over your shoulder and trying to pick it up. NFL draft's going on right now. I'm gonna teach you something. Here's a football lesson real quick. If you are a wide receiver or a tight end, you're going out for a 9 route or a go route, which is just basically a straight line. You are taught to not turn your head and look for the ball. You are taught to keep running full speed, which you can't do that if you turn your head. You are taught to look up like this for the ball and keep running. quick twitch muscle fibers. That's why they like guys with long arms and big hands. Anyway, we're gonna practice like this is a football, except this football weighs 2.5 pounds and is made out of steel. So revolver out like this. We're gonna position ourselves in a 45-degree angle so I don't my backdrop, or I don't throw it into this brick wall over here. That would be no bueno. Bring it back, we're gonna snap it like this. Can't really slow this one down for you too much, but that is the idea. Kinda, sorta, don't fork it. We'll go to baseball references. We're gonna throw a split finger fastball. Something like that. Try not to crouch your knees when you do that, but we did try to slow it down the best to our ability. Another thing, when you're back here, your arm's gonna wanna kind of turn outward like this. It's a good way to bonk yourself in the head. You can see how my arm is flipping it up right there. Boom. You got a bad hat and then you got a bad head. We don't want that. Try to keep it back here. And you see me actually kind of twisting my body a little bit to flick it forward. We don't want it landing on our shoulder. We don't want it coming haphazardly across the side of our body. We want it up and over so we can reach out and grab it like that. We can pick it. That all being said, you can see that I'm out of breath and sweating already. I'm partly due to nerves, partly due to the fact that we're throwing steel across the air and we're hoping that it doesn't hit my floor. So let's speed it up, and we're going to try to get a really crisp one where we can get it over the shoulder and we pick it right off the grip here, right in front of us. And then I'll do all the fancy post-production work where I slow it down. It looks really cool. It turns into a YouTube short, you know, fun stuff like that. You'll see it Thursday. Start with the gun up here and we begin. Don't mess up the spins to place it in the holster. And we end it there. And there you have it. That is the shoulder roll. I told you once, I'll tell you now, and I'll say it a million more times before they fit me for a marble hat. That is the most challenging gun spin that I have ever done. And quite frankly, I don't blame folks at home who would like to avoid this one like the plague. With that being said, I do appreciate everyone for getting this far into the video today. That was the shoulder roll, and I do ask you to leave a like if you've enjoyed today's video, or leave me a comment stating what you liked, or tell me what I should do next. I have a Patreon that has been opened up for about a year now. I don't take sponsorships, so if you do enjoy what you see here on St. Andrew TV, donations are always welcome and it helps keep the content flowing. But that is not to say to feel any obligation to do so, only if your means allow you. The content on YouTube will forever remain free. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed as of late, but for those of you who have come across this video or this channel, maybe because you like gun spinning in the Old West, maybe it's because you just like Wild West content in general, or maybe you just wanted to see me whip a pistol over my shoulder. Think about hitting that subscribe button. You're a daisy if you do.